Hello! Yes, welcome to the actual video of trying to solder that. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to set up this little stand. So, oh, that was good. Right, so what do we get? Okay, so we get a spring with an arm on it and what looks like an exhaust baffle. So slot that in there like that. Oh, hang on, a bit more go. Hang on. There we go, that's in. Okay. And this one, I'm guessing that bolts on like so. That looks correct. Okay. So screw, washer, put that on there, place that there like so, turn the thing over, put the washer there, little nut. Sorry about the angle, you know. No point really trying to put too much effort into tightening that up, but I will give it a go with a screwdriver just to, yeah, I don't really need a spanner on the bottom, it's not exactly, oh, hang on, let's move that a minute, yep. Okay, so that's on there like so. Next little thing, a little spongy pad. We'll get that wet and we'll put it there. Okay, so there we go, our wet spongy pad. Okay, next thing, let's get the little thingamajig, the little relay. This is a finder or finder, 16 amp, 240 volt, exactly the same as the one on the other. Inside this thing is like a little tiny switch, which is basically the relay. It's at that end where it flicks. And also a little coil in there as well. So yeah, this goes on the motherboard. Unfortunately, all the details on this motherboard are facing this side. If I put this one in exactly the way it came out, you can't see anything of the details, which is the only doubt, which is only a little frustrating, but what I'll do is I'll probably keep hold of this, so if this blows again, I know what I'm looking for. Okay, let's get these bits off. That spacer as well. Okay. So what we need to do. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Get this solder sucker. I've not used one of these before, so that's this is going to be interesting. So plunge it down like that. I'm guessing get the solder hot and just press the button and suck it out. And I suppose that you have to unscrew that to get it out. I don't know. I don't just unscrew the main body. It unscrews from there so you can then get the residue out. Okay, so it's been a while since I've soldered anything, but it can't be that difficult, can it? I can't exactly blow it because it's already blown. And am I going to need anything to sort of like separate one from the let's have a look. Let's grab the other one. Let's have a put these pins on there. Yeah, they're spaced out right, that's fine. Okay, so soldering iron. I've just seen in the box. Why have I done that? I've just bought some solder flux, sorry, and I've already realised I had a pot of flux. Never mind, it'll come in handy. Let's get the solder out that I need as well. And I can actually, for the first time ever, actually put this soldering iron in a holder. That's never happened to this soldering iron. Ever. Well, apart from the original one that came with it. It was just this piece of crappy aluminium. It wasn't the best. Right, let's turn this thing on and give it a minute or two to warm up, and we can test it on the little spongy pad for it to go tss. Oh, I wonder if I'm doing this completely wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh wow, that's impressive. Geez, it took all of it off. Wow. Weirdly enough, the other pot of solder, it's just the right height to go underneath one of the components. Right, let's move that slightly. Alright, can we see if we can wiggle this? Oh yeah, that's two away from the board. That's these two at this end. There's still quite a bit of solder holding the other ones. There's quite a bit of heat going through this board actually, I can feel it. Mind you, that's exactly what will happen, you know. Can we zoom in any more? Can do. I've never done this kind of like close-in work before, I don't think. Okay, so a little bit more solder on here. Flux even. I'm sure that one's free. It looks like it, but I'm going to try and get a bit more off if I can. Okay. Use plunger. Sorry if this video is too long. You know, if it's not your kind of thing, then feel free to have a look at some of my other stuff that I've done. It's not to everyone's tastes, but it's an essential part of what I'm doing to get the welder working again. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, someone needs feeding. Ah, that worked. Very nice. That came away very nicely. Oh, here we go. That's better. See, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It takes a while. Yes, that looks like I may have got all of them. Let's give it a try. come on, I've got 2 outlet, there we go. That's 2, sorry. Zoom back out a bit. Yeah, you can see that. You didn't really need me to get focus for that one, not really. Let's have a closer look at that a minute. Yeah, I think it's the lower pin. Zoom back in again. It's that one there still holding, I think. So let's give that another try. Oh, come on. Ah, keep forgetting to press that button. There we go, that's much better. Let's have another quick try at this one at the top. There was actually quite a lot of solder on here, but I'm not surprised why. It's there we go. I think that's got them. Let's give this a try now. There we go. It's off. Okay, so I'm going to give it a moment to calm down, and cool down even. And yeah, I'll come back. Okay, so we'll let the little board cool down a bit. I've had a slurp of tea. Tea's always good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to place this new relay in the board. So turn it sideways. Right, trying to do it so you can see. I'm losing a little bit of light. Kind of started doing this in the afternoon, and the lights indoors aren't wonderful to be able to see what you're doing. I should have grabbed a lamp, that would have made more sense. Okay, so that's in quite nicely. If I turn it upside down, it's not going to fall out, so that's good. So can I resolder it while it is in that position? What I think I will do, I think the pins are slightly longer actually, which is kind of useful. If I solder each corner, that one, then that one, then the heat won't be too strong. Fingers crossed. Yes, Breeze. Yeah, the cat's meowing at me, as you can tell. I don't need this anymore, and I'm going to have a look inside it later on and see the little tiny pieces of swarf. I think it's called swarf, I could be wrong. Just solder, you know. So let's get the solder. I've had this tube of solder for absolutely years, and this little tube is so handy. Not too sure what to do with it after it's empty, but I think it will be quite some time before it is. Okay, so the soldering iron is nice and hot. Let's add a bit more flux, I think, to the proceedings to help the solder adhere to where it needs to go. A tiny bit more. It's not the ideal thing to use a nail, but it's better than nothing. There you go, solder on that bit. Oh, flux even. I keep calling this solder, I have no idea why. Right, I'm hoping that I don't put too much heat into this, because the last thing I want to do is blow the relay with heat. Or even if that is such a thing. If anyone out there knows more about soldering than I do, which are probably many people do, yeah, let me know all these little bits of information if you can. So, right, here goes nothing, boys and girls. Shall we zoom in? and see how much of a mockery I can make of this. Right. I shouldn't really doubt myself, you know. I've got to be a bit more positive. Oh, just dropped the solder out. Right, let's give this a try, shall we? Wow. I'm actually quite impressed with myself. And I was going to go from corner to corner. Silly me. Right, let's get some more solder out of the pot. Okay, let's go for this corner, shall we? Come on. Come on, melt. Wow. That went more smoothly than I anticipated. Wowzers. Oh my word, I'm absolutely shocked. That is better than I could have hoped. Let's try and get a bit of light on the subject. I'll grab my phone and turn the light on. We can get a bit more on that. Wow. I am absolutely amazed that has worked as well as it has. Blimey. Well, I haven't soldered anything properly since I was at school, so well, I've tried soldering stuff in the past without using flux and the solder sucker and things like that. So I am absolutely amazed. That is fantastic, and it's on there nice and firm as well. So yeah, next part of the video, it's too late in the day now because it's starting to it's near the end of the day, and yeah, I think I'll do this tomorrow. As in the previous video, obviously I'll do a video of plugging this into the welder and seeing what happens, and yeah, fingers crossed. Like that, you know, a bit like that. So if you can all root for me to so this thing can work, and yeah, I might be able to get some work done and actually start bringing out some more regular content in these I didn't really want to mention it, but in these troubled times, YouTube has become quite a useful place to be able to distract from what's going on in the news at the moment. So but I don't want to talk too much about it because it's pretty depressing and a miserable state of affairs. Anyway, I hope everyone out there watching is well, and I hope you've got everything that you need, and you can all get through this. So yeah, take care all of you, and I'll see you in the next section of the video, which will be coming up in a few seconds for you, and probably a day or so for me. Right then, welcome back to the shed. As you can see in front of you is the welder and the repaired motherboard. So let's move that. Let's get this cover off. Of course this is not plugged in, that would be extremely silly if I did that. Let's put that down. Okay, so what we need to do, I'll turn this slightly so you can see the front. There's obviously the hole there for the adjuster dial, which is right here. So, yeah. So we'll keep that there. Right, we have 3 wires here, and I've taped the top one because that one there, because it was black and that one's black, and I wanted to differentiate between the two. So that's definitely the one that goes there. So I'll push that one on, push the second one on. If I nudge the camera, I do apologise. Come on, get on there. Come on. There we go. Let's move the motherboard slightly. And there we go, that's the third one. And there is a wire. Where's the connection? There we go, this green block here. I'll see if you remember correctly. I don't know if I removed this on the one of the previous videos. It goes around a certain way because you've got a recess in there. And it doesn't fit on that one. So that's the way around it goes. Oh, hang on. Let's get a bit of space for that. Okay, is that all the way in? Feels like it. Yeah. Don't think it goes all the way. Let's have a look underneath. I can't see anything under there stopping it. I would have thought it would click in position. Oh, what? Never mind. Maybe not. Right. Okay, let's move the camera back and then we can plug it all in. And we can actually test if it works or not. Right, so everything is plugged in. And we have another issue. So if I zoom in there, I'll zoom in so you can see the relay. Okay, when I turn this on, I'm going to grab the handle and pull the lever. There, you will get noise from the fan, so there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the switch on the handle for the welder. Can you see that moving? That's definitely working. But if we pan up and over, there we go. Nothing's happening. So my next port of call, I think, let's put this over, move that one and turn it off. My next port of call is, unplug the power from the welder. I don't really want to touch anything in there at the moment. Just press the power button, turn it off to dissipate anything. I'm a Wally. I was supposed to be looking at this, not that, because there's no wire to here. But even if I power it up here, it just does not turn. Nothing at all. This is not connected, so I don't know why that keeps falling out of there. It's getting quite annoying. It never did before, and it is now. Yeah, but this is the motor, and it feels like it's jammed. I can't even turn it. Normally, you can turn the end of a motor and hear the wires, the brushes, sorry. So I reckon there's a problem in there. So I think I should have a look at that at some point. I'm not going to do it today because that'll be enough for this video. I will speak to you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and as before in the previous part of the video, stay safe, keep yourself occupied, don't get too bored in doing what you're doing, but do something to keep yourself going. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Just a quick bit. I've unscrewed the casing with the motor from here. Obviously you've got two halves of the casing with the cogs in to turn everything. Let's grab the one down the bottom there a minute. So you can see that one there. Okay. So that there turns freely. It wouldn't turn when it was connected to all these cogs. So if I turn those, they're fine. Okay. A little tiny small one came out when I took the casing off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it on. Okay, so it's all plugged in. So let's turn the switch on here. Let's get you a bit more upright. So turn that on. Fan kicks in. So grab the torch handle. I was supposed to say torch earlier on, just kept on calling it welder handle. It's torch. So if I click this, if we look in here, see that brass cog, the little one? Nothing happens. So I think that is the problem. Replacing the relay wasn't really a bad thing. Because when I took it, I actually took it apart and it was black inside. Let's turn this off. It was black inside the casing, and it looked like contacts in a set of points, and it was quite gross actually. It was quite dirty. So I'm glad I replaced that. Maybe I did, maybe I needed to, maybe I didn't, but that there looks like the culprit. It's like a little angry face, look. It's angry. Or is it scared?